Hello there. Welcome back to grade 11 economics. In this video, I want to look at a question paper of March 2023, and we are going to look at section B of that question paper. So our section B that we want to look at is our question 3, and we are going to look at macroeconomics. So remember, our question is got 40 marks and requires you to spend on average 30 minutes on this question. So on the first part of the question, that is 3.1, it says answer the following questions, and then first part, name any two exist in South Africa. And examples that we can give, we can give an example of Denel. Denel, we can give Denel as an example. Let's just try to write our other year. We've got Denel as an example. And remember, Denel is the supplier to the South African National Defence Force, that's the SANDF, and it supplies missiles, and also it supplies supporting artillery and other products that it supplies to the South African National Defence Force. So basically, we have got Denel, but our question requires two. Remember, so we try to pick another one whereby we can also include SANRAL, which is remember SANRAL stands for South African National Roads Agency. So this is what we have in terms of examples of state-owned enterprise that we have in South Africa. So our question requires two of them, each one with 1 mark to get the total marks of 2. Then we go to the second part of our question where it reads, what effect can the profit motive by businesses have on consumers? What effect can the profit motive by businesses have on consumers? So obviously, you're going to see that since we have businesses being profit motivated, and they are only concerned about making profits. So at the end of the day, they are going to maximize the profits by increasing the prices. So by increasing the prices, it's going to disadvantage the consumers. So basically, that's what we have. So we have that description on the other section and try to see what we have. So what effect can profit motive by business have on consumers? It leads consumers to experience exploitation through high prices charged by businesses that aim for high profit margins. And on the first part of our question, remember, we needed 2 examples of state-owned enterprises, and we've got Denel, we've got SANRAL, and also you can include the issue of a post office. So these are the examples that we have. So we go to look at the next question that we have. Find the cartoon below and answer the questions that follow. So you are given a cartoon of economic systems, but you see that we have some words that we have there. Remember here it reads, we come here, it reads a public option, healthcare, and then I believe that it's written that smacks of socialism. It smacks of socialism. So remember, the issue of socialism is explained by ownership, which is based on the community. So basically, that's what we have in terms of socialism, whereby we are saying ownership is based on the community. And then the statement is that smacks of socialism. So obviously, it's removing the issue of socialism. So this is what we have on that statement that we have. So I believe the vehicle that we are given there, we also have the publicity, the publicly educated family, and they've got driving on a government built highway. Then we have got is sleeping water from a municipal system. So basically, that's what we have written there in the cartoon that we are having. So basically now, if you go back to our vehicle, you'd see that this vehicle appears to be an ambulance, and we have these words that we have there that are written that marks of socialism. And then I believe the cartoon that we have, it reads, name the main role player in the economic system shown in the above cartoon. So basically, if you go into the words that we have beneath the vehicle, this is publicly educated family. They've got driving when it comes in built highway, and then they've got is sipping water from a municipal system. So basically, we see that there is the issue of government. Government inside this economic system, and also there's issue of smacking of socialism, which is a community ownership. So basically, we now summarize that this is the government being the role player. So we have got the government of 3.2.1, and obviously we have that as stated, answer section is the government. Here is our response. So we go to the next part of the question. It reads, which economic system is used in South Africa? Of course, it's the mixed economy. The mixed economy is the one that is used in South Africa. But the mixed economic system here. We go to the next question, which reads, briefly describe the term socialism. Remember, we've been explaining socialism that is the element of community ownership. So we go to that section to see the description that we have there, which reads, socialism is an economic system in which the factors of production are viewed as communal property. So basically, this is the description that we have in terms of socialism. Then 3.2.4 reads, explain the relationship between education and productivity. So obviously, productivity, we can start by understanding what exactly do we need by productivity. Productivity, we are saying this is on average number of units that are being produced by an individual worker. So obviously, we are saying when workers are educated, obviously they have the knowledge to produce, they produce more. So we are going to see productivity going up. So basically, that's the relationship that we can try to deduce there. So let's just go to our answer section and see what explanation we have. The education enables workers to acquire the required skills in order to be competent and productive in their jobs. So this is exactly the description that we have according to a centrally planned economy aimed to achieve equal distribution of income. So centrally planned economy, obviously, we are talking about an economic system whereby we have got the government as the role player, like the one that we have described here. And now our question is saying, how does a central planned economy aim to achieve equal distribution of income? So we have those reasons being mentioned in our answer section, so we can just try to see. Right. The first point that we have reads, by having the state decide on what is to be produced and how it's to be produced and for whom it is to be produced. So by having the state in a position to answer the basic economic questions of what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce, there can be the first point. Then the second point, the system does not allow private ownership of resources. Instead, the government controls all resources for equal benefit of all citizens. So that's how we can have equal benefits to all citizens in the country. Then you go to the last point, workers are only paid salaries to satisfy their needs. So this is what we have according to the question, which is, how does a central planned economy aim to achieve equal distribution of income? So that's how I'm going to achieve equal distribution of income. Then we go to the next part of our question, which is now 3.3. 3.3 reads, start the diagram below and answer the questions that follow. We are given a diagram of economic system where we've got private property, freedom of choice, motive of interest, competition, system of markets and prices, limited government. And these are the characteristics of a market economy that we have here. So beneath that, it really identifies the characteristic that promotes innovation and innovation from the above diagram. So obviously, competition is the one that promotes innovation and innovation. So we are saying our response is competition. In other words, we are saying here the response that we have is competition. Then we go to the second part of the question, who owns the majority of factors of production under capitalism? So obviously, under capitalism, the ownership is in the hands of the private individuals. So we go to another section again, trying to see what response do we have. Obviously, private individuals are the owners of factors of production. So we go to the next part of the question, which reads, describe the term privatization. But you know, privatization is the transfer of ownership from being publicly owned to being privately owned. So basically, that's what we have in terms of privatization. But we can go and try to see the explanation that we have. It says privatization refers to the transfer or sale of ownership from the public to the private sector. So the explanation that we have here. In 3.3.4 reads, explain the negative impact of price mechanism in the economy. So price mechanism is a limitation in terms of its failure to address the issue of shortages and surpluses that are in the markets. So in that case, the issue of the visible hands will now be needed so that those shortages and surpluses are smoothened out. So basically, that's what we have in terms of the negative impact of price mechanism in the economy. So we're saying the price mechanism, remember, we're saying this is a mechanism whereby we don't have government intervention. So basically, that's what we have. So we now go to the other section to see the explanation that we have. It is reads, the price mechanism may not work well in allocating resources, market failure. So finally, it will result in market failure if the price mechanism is left to prevail. So we go to the next part of the question, whereby it now reads, how does freedom of choice benefit our consumers? There will be freedom of choice. Obviously, the consumers will benefit in the sense that they will be able to choose from the goods that are matching their desires and tastes. So they're going to purchase the goods that match their tastes. They choose from a wide range of options that they have. So basically, now it becomes an advantage from the point of view of the consumer. So also, you're going to see that the consumer is able to choose to buy from a product with a lower price. So basically, that's what we can try to explain from the point of view of consumers. So we got 3.3.5 and try to see what explanations do we have according to that. How does freedom of choice benefit our consumers? And the first point is saying consumers are able to buy from sellers who offer goods at a lesser price when they have freedom of choice. And then the consumers may have an opportunity to choose the quality. Freedom of choice allows consumers to satisfy their needs and wants according to their tastes and preferences. So basically, that's what we have. Then we go to the next part, which is now discuss the advantages of mixed economy. So remember, mixed economy, we are saying it's an economic system whereby we have both. We are going to have the market economic system and then the central planned economic system. So you've got a combination of the two. So what are the advantages? Obviously, we are saying the disadvantages of a market system will be complemented by the strength that we have from a central planned economy. So basically, that's what we have in terms of a mixed economic system. So this is how we are going to articulate it on our answer section. So we go to answer section and see what we have. We come here, see that advantage of mixed economic system. The first point is private ownership. The great variety of goods and services, and then consumers enjoy freedom of choice since there is a wide variety of goods and services, and then social welfare is improved through the provision of services such as education. A mix of a free market and central planned economy ensures an improvement in the standard of living of all citizens. And then mixed economics, you have better environmental and human rights records than either centrally planned or market economies. So basically, those are the advantages of mixed economy. So we are seeing advantages from the point of view of market economy coming in, and also we've got advantages from the centrally planned economic system are coming in also. So this is what we have. The last part is saying analyze the necessity of government to spend on both free market and centrally planned economy. Analyze the necessity of government to spend. So basically, this is explaining the issue of government expenditure. Why is it necessary for the government to spend on free market and centrally planned economy? Obviously, they are trying to strengthen the strengths that we have under free market and also under central planned economy. So first point is saying government spending on infrastructure such as roads is growth. So obviously, spending on infrastructure also is going to attract more investors. They're going to come in. So yes, we are going to notice economic growth due to foreign direct investment. So even the efficient production processes in the local economy are also going to be strengthened in that scenario. So that's what we want first point. The second point is saying expenditure on health and education may assist in improving the productivity of the country's workforce. Obviously, education obviously is going to strengthen the workers' ability to produce, and also the health services are going to make them healthier, and maybe in terms of their deliverance in the workplaces is going to be, they're going to be competent, and then that's how we can try to make it clear. Then we go to the next point. Poverty levels may be reduced through government spending on social welfare programs such as old age pensions, child grants, and soup kitchens. So basically, we are saying through government expenditure, that is through transfer of payments, that is the payment of grants also is going to reduce poverty. So we are going to notice poverty reduction. So basically, that's what we have. Then we'll go to the next point, which is government spending contributes to an increase in aggregate demand, which may cause economic growth. Obviously, aggregate demand is increased from the point of view of if we increase government expenditure. Remember, government expenditure is an extensive term that goes on, and I explain the issue of issuing of grants, that is through transfer payments, whereby when the grants are issued, uh, the citizens are going to hold money, and they have the potential to buy. So agri demand is going to increase. Remember, agri demand is just the total demand that we have in the economy. When we add all the demand that we have in the economy, we get agri demand. And also, government spending from the point of view of subsidies, whereby firms facing high cost of production are given some funds so that the cost of production is reduced, and then they lessen the burden on consumers by charging less prices. So when the prices go down, obviously demand is going to go up. So we are going to see an increase in agri demand. So those are some of the um, points that we have that are supporting there. Then we go to the last point. The majority of government projects provide direct employment for those who do not have income. So through its government expenditure, through the issue of infrastructural development, remember there are workers that are supposed to do the job of the infrastructure development, be it the construction of roads, be it the building of public hospitals, public schools. The people that are going to be employed there, obviously, is a reduction in unemployment or an increase in employment rate. So basically, it becomes a benefit or a positive that we are going to experience in the economy. So this is what we have for the last part of our question 3. According to this video, thank you for listening. Let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel. Let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 11 economics. More typical examination questions will be uploaded on this channel. So let's get notified. Let's turn on the notification button so that when you upload new videos, you get notified. Let's stay tuned. As for this video, I'm signing out. We'll meet again in the next video.